I want to dive into the transformative power of our habits and how they can break the negative programming of our minds, allowing us to take control of our lives. Let's start by understanding what habits really are. Habits are like grooves in a record, patterns that our minds automatically follow based on repetition. These patterns can either serve us or hold us back, depending on whether they are positive or negative. And guess what? We have the power to choose which habits we want to cultivate. So what are these habits that can break the negative programming of our minds? Let's explore 5 of them together. Let's delve into the first habit, affirmations, the powerful tool for transformation. Affirmations are like seeds that we plant in the garden of our minds. They're positive statements or phrases that we say to ourselves repeatedly to create new, empowering beliefs. Now, why are affirmations so important? Well, think of your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of negativity, like I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed, those negative thoughts will grow and flourish, just like weeds in a garden. But if you plant seeds of positivity and abundance, like I am successful or I am worthy of love and happiness, those positive thoughts will blossom and bear fruit. That's where affirmations come in. They're like little seeds of positivity that we can plant in our minds every day. When we repeat affirmations to ourselves, we're programming our subconscious mind with new, empowering beliefs. Instead of focusing on what we lack or what we can't do, we're focusing on what we want to create and achieve in our lives. Now here's the key. Affirmations are most effective when they're in the present tense, as if they're already true. So instead of saying, I will be successful, say, I am successful. Instead of saying, I will find love, say, I am worthy of love, and I attract it effortlessly into my life. When we affirm the positive in this way, we're sending a powerful message to our subconscious mind. We're telling ourselves that these positive outcomes are not just possible, but inevitable. And as we continue to repeat these affirmations, they start to sink in deeper and deeper until they become our new reality. Now, let's take a closer look at the second habit, letting go. It's one of the most powerful habits we can practice. You see, holding on to past hurts, resentments, or limiting beliefs only brings us down. It's like carrying a heavy backpack full of rocks. It weighs us down and keeps us stuck in old, unhelpful patterns. But just like the woman who let go of the lump in her breast during one of my lectures, we too can release what no longer serves us. It's not easy, but it's incredibly freeing. Letting go is all about surrendering to the flow of life and trusting that everything is happening for our highest good. It's about loosening our grip on the past and allowing ourselves to move forward with grace and ease. When we let go of past hurts and resentments, we create space for healing and growth. We free ourselves from the chains of the past and open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities. But letting go isn't just about releasing negative emotions. It's also about letting go of limiting beliefs that hold us back. It's about challenging the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we're capable of, and choosing to believe in our own potential instead. Now, let's take a closer look at the third habit, self-love. Self-love, the cornerstone of everything. I often say that the most vital relationship we'll ever have is the one we have with ourselves. But what does it really mean to love ourselves? Loving ourselves means treating ourselves with kindness, compassion, and forgiveness, just like we would treat a dear friend. It means giving ourselves permission to make mistakes and grow from them rather than being hard on ourselves. When we cultivate self-love, we're acknowledging our worthiness and recognizing that we deserve all the love and abundance that the universe has to offer. It's like opening our arms to receive all the goodness that life has in store for us. But self-love goes even deeper than that. It's about accepting ourselves exactly as we are, flaws and all, and embracing our unique gifts and talents. It's about knowing that we are enough just as we are, and that we don't need to prove our worthiness to anyone else. When we love ourselves unconditionally, we break free from the chains of self-doubt and insecurity. We step into our power and embrace our true selves, shining brightly in the world without fear or hesitation. So, how can we cultivate self-love in our daily lives? It starts with small acts of kindness and compassion towards ourselves. It means taking care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual needs and prioritizing our well-being above all else. Now let's dive into the fourth habit, positive self-talk. Oh, how powerful our words are. They have the ability to shape our reality in ways we might not even realize. The way we speak to ourselves matters a whole lot. It's like planting seeds in a garden. If we sow positive words, we'll reap positive thoughts and beliefs. Positive self-talk is all about changing the way we speak to ourselves. Instead of being our own worst critic, we can be our biggest cheerleader. Instead of focusing on what we lack or where we fall short, we can focus on our strengths and accomplishments. When we practice positive self-talk, we're reframing our thoughts and beliefs in a more empowering way. We're choosing to see ourselves in a positive light, and that can make a world of difference in how we feel and how we navigate through life. So instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," we can say, "I am capable and worthy of success." Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, we can focus on the lessons we've learned and how they've helped us grow. Every word we speak to ourselves is like a prayer to the universe. It's like sending out a signal of what we want to attract into our lives. So let's make sure we're speaking words of love, abundance, and positivity. Now let's take a closer look at the fifth habit, gratitude. Gratitude is like a magical force that brings goodness into our lives. When we take time to appreciate the things we're thankful for, amazing things start to happen. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, everything feels brighter and more hopeful. Imagine gratitude as a magnet. When we focus on the good things in our lives, we attract even more blessings. It's as if the universe hears our gratitude and responds by sending us even more reasons to be thankful. So, instead of dwelling on what we don't have, let's shift our focus to all the wonderful things we do have. Gratitude is a simple habit, but its impact is profound. It has the power to change our entire outlook on life. When we make gratitude a part of our daily routine, we begin to see the world through a different lens, one of abundance and possibility. There are many ways to practice gratitude. Some people like to keep a gratitude journal where they write down 3 things they're thankful for each day. Others prefer to say thank you out loud, whether it's to a friend, a family member, or the universe itself. And sometimes, all it takes is a moment of stillness to pause and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us. No matter how we choose to express it, the important thing is that we make gratitude a priority in our lives. So, good enough. They come from everywhere, TV, social media, even people around us. They tell us we're not smart enough, not pretty enough, not successful enough, but guess what? They're all wrong. We're taught to look at ourselves and find flaws. We compare ourselves to others, thinking they're better than us. But that's not true. Each of us is unique and special in our own way. We don't have to be like anyone else. We just have to be ourselves. When we believe these lies, it holds us back from being our best selves. We start to doubt ourselves, and we don't reach for our dreams. But we don't have to listen to those voices. We can choose to believe in ourselves instead. Look in the mirror, my dear friend. Look deeply into your own eyes. What do you see? Do you see someone who is flawed, someone who is unworthy, or do you see the radiant being of light that you truly are. You are like a superhero with the power to change your life for the better, and you don't have to wait for tomorrow or next week to start. You can begin right now with something as simple as loving yourself. Self-love is like giving yourself a big hug from the inside out. It means treating yourself with kindness and compassion, just like you would a good friend. When you love yourself, you open the door to all sorts of amazing possibilities. One way to practice self-love is through affirmations. These are like little messages of love and encouragement that you repeat to yourself every day. They might sound something like, I am worthy of love and happiness, or I believe in myself and my abilities. Affirmations might seem small, but they're actually super powerful. They work by rewiring your brain and helping you see yourself in a more positive light. Instead of focusing on your flaws or mistakes, you start to focus on your strengths and potential. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. With each affirmation, you're planting a seed of positivity in your mind. And as you nurture those seeds with love and care, they start to grow and bloom into beautiful flowers of self-confidence and self-belief. Feeling guilty or ashamed is like carrying around a heavy backpack full of rocks. It weighs you down and stops you from moving forward. But guess what? You don't have to carry that burden anymore. You have the power to let it go. Guilt and shame might try to tell you that you're not good enough, that you've done something wrong. But here's the truth. Holding on to these feelings serves no purpose. They only keep you stuck in the past, unable to see the bright future that awaits you. It's time to release those burdens and set yourself free. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are human. You're not perfect, and that's okay. We all make mistakes. It's a part of being alive. Forgiving yourself is like giving yourself a big hug from the inside. It's saying, I know you're trying your best, and that's enough. So go ahead, close your eyes, and imagine all that guilt and shame melting away, leaving behind a sense of peace and lightness. Every moment is a chance to start anew. It's like pressing the reset button on your life, wiping the slate clean, and beginning afresh. So don't waste another second dwelling on the past. Instead, focus on the present moment and all the possibilities it holds. You have a special power inside you, the power to decide what is okay for you and what isn't. That's setting boundaries. It's like drawing a line around yourself to protect your feelings and needs. And guess what? It's totally okay to do that. Sometimes we might feel like we have to say yes to everything people ask of us, but that's not true. You have the right to say no if something doesn't feel right for you. You have the right to protect your space, your time, and your emotions. Speaking your truth means being honest about how you feel and what you need. It's about expressing yourself in a kind and gentle way, even if it's difficult. Your truth matters, and it deserves to be heard. But here's the thing, you don't have to please others or fit into their idea of who you should be. You are not here to live up to anyone else's expectations. You are here to be you, to embrace your quirks, your passions, and your dreams. You know, sometimes we look at ourselves and think we're not good enough. We see things we don't like, things we wish were different. But guess what? Those things that we think are flaws, they're actually what make us who we are. Think about it like this. Imagine if everyone looked the same, acted the same, and thought the same. It would be pretty boring, right? Our differences are what make life interesting. They're what make us special. So instead of trying to hide or change those things we don't like about ourselves, why not embrace them? Embrace the quirks, the imperfections, the little things that make you uniquely you. Because when you do, you shine like a bright star in the sky. You see, it's those perceived flaws that make us beautifully human. They're what connect us to each other and remind us that we're all in this together. And when we celebrate our uniqueness, we give others permission to do the same. Self-love is not selfish. It is essential. Take the time to nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and let go of anything or anyone that no longer serves your highest good. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude is like planting seeds of happiness in your heart. It means being thankful for all the good things in your life, big and small. Maybe it's the sunshine warming your face, the laughter of a loved one, or even just a cozy bed to sleep in at night. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you start to see the world in a brighter light. Imagine the universe as your loving friend, always looking out for you. It's like having a secret ally, who wants nothing but the best for you. This universe, it's not against you, it's on your side, cheering you on every step of the way. Even when things seem tough, there's a hidden magic at work, gently nudging you towards greater happiness. Think about it. Every sunrise, every flower blooming, every moment of laughter, they're all little reminders that the universe is conspiring in your favor. It's sending you love notes in the form of sunsets and starry skies, whispering, "You are loved, you are worthy, and you are deserving of all the good things life has to offer." When you embrace this truth, something magical happens. You start to attract more love, joy, and abundance into your life. It's like a magnet pulling in all the wonderful things you've been dreaming of. Suddenly, opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere, and blessings flow to you effortlessly. But cultivating gratitude isn't just about receiving, and to realize the incredible power we hold to shape our reality. It all begins with love. Love for ourselves. Love isn't just about being nice to others or giving hugs. It's much bigger than that. When we truly love, it's like we're unlocking a special door inside of us, one that leads to our very best selves. It's not selfish to love ourselves. In fact, it's the opposite. When we take care of ourselves and love ourselves no matter what, amazing things start to happen. Imagine your heart is like a magical treasure chest. Inside, there's all sorts of wonderful things waiting to burst out. Happiness, success, and feeling really good about who you are. When we love ourselves unconditionally, it's like we're opening up that treasure chest and letting all those good things flood into our lives. Think about it like this. When you're kind to yourself and treat yourself with love, it's like planting seeds in a garden. Those seeds grow into beautiful flowers that make your whole world brighter. You start to feel happier, more confident, and more at peace with yourself and the world around you. But it's not just about feeling good. It's also about attracting good things into our lives. When we love ourselves, we send out a signal to the universe that says, "Hey, I'm ready for good things to come my way." And you know what? The universe listens. It starts sending us all sorts of amazing opportunities and blessings because it knows we're open and ready to receive them. And here's the really cool part. When we're filled with love and positivity, it's contagious. It spreads to everyone around us, like ripples in a pond. Suddenly, our friends, family, and even strangers start feeling happier and more joyful too. It's like we're creating a ripple effect of love and goodness wherever we go. So how do we tap into this amazing power of love? It starts with simple acts of kindness and self-care. Take a moment each day to do something nice for yourself, whether it's taking a relaxing bath, going for a walk in nature, or simply giving yourself a pep talk in the mirror. Treat yourself with the same love and compassion you would give to your best friend. You see, love is the very fabric of the universe. It's the binding force that holds everything together. When we embrace love, we align ourselves with the infinite wisdom and abundance of the cosmos. Unfortunately, many of us place conditions on our love, waiting for external circumstances to change before we fully embrace ourselves. But my dear friends, the time for self-love is now. I believe that our planet is in need of love now more than ever. We are faced with challenges, yes, but these challenges are opportunities for us to open our hearts, to transcend our differences, and to come together in love and unity. We're living in a time where everything around us is changing, both for us individually and globally. It's like we're in the middle of a big dance where everyone has their own special moves. And guess what? We picked this exact time to be here. We chose to join in on all this excitement because we wanted to be part of making things better for ourselves and for the whole world. It's like we signed up for a big adventure, ready to spread love and bring peace to everyone and everything around us. You see, each of us has a role to play in this grand scheme of things. It's like we're all actors in a play, and the script is all about change and transformation. We're not just bystanders watching things happen. We're the ones making them happen. We're the heroes of our own stories, and together we're creating a brighter future for everyone. So, why did we choose to be here at this moment? Well, it's because deep down, we knew we had something special to offer. We wanted to be part of this amazing time of change because we believed in the power of love and peace. We wanted to spread joy and make the world a better place for ourselves and for generations to come. Think about it like this. We're all like pieces of a puzzle, each one unique and important. And when we come together, we create something beautiful and whole. That's what we're doing right now, coming together to create a world filled with love, kindness, and understanding. Once upon a time, we used to think that someone or something outside of ourselves had all the answers. We looked to others to save us, to fix our problems, and to make everything better. But guess what? We've woken up to a big, beautiful truth. The power we've been searching for has been inside of us all along. It's like we've been living in a big, fancy mansion, but we've only been exploring one tiny room. Now we're starting to realize that there's a whole world of possibilities waiting for us if we just step outside that room and explore the rest of the house. We're not just passive observers in this game of life. We're the ones holding the controller. We get to decide how the story unfolds, what adventures we go on, and how we overcome challenges along the way. We're like the architects of our own destiny, designing our lives exactly how we want them to be. It's kind of like being the captain of a ship. We're the ones steering the boat, charting our course, and navigating the waters ahead. Sure, there might be storms and rough seas along the way, but we have the power to steer through them and reach our destination. So, how do we tap into this amazing power within us? It starts with realizing that we are more than just our physical bodies. We're spiritual beings having a human experience with a spark of divinity inside of us that connects us to something greater than ourselves. When we tune into this inner wisdom, we start to see things differently. We realize that we have the power to create our own reality, to manifest our dreams, and to make our wildest fantasies come true. It's like having a magic wand that can turn our thoughts into reality, but with great power comes great responsibility. We have to be mindful of the thoughts we think, the words we speak, and the actions we take, because they all have the power to shape our reality. It's like planting seeds in a garden. If we want to grow beautiful flowers, we have to nourish the soil and tend to the plants with love and care. If you're not willing to love yourself today, then when? Tomorrow? Next year? My dear friends, today is the day to embrace yourself fully, without any expectations or conditions. Let us create a world where love knows no bounds, where we can express ourselves authentically and be accepted and loved for who we are. It all starts with self-love. The Bible tells us to love thy neighbor as thyself. But how often do we forget the last part, as thyself? We cannot truly love others until we first love ourselves. Self-love is the greatest gift we can give ourselves. When we love ourselves, we break free from the cycle of hurt and pain, and we pave the way for a world of peace, understanding, and compassion. So I invite you to choose love, wisdom, and find clarity amidst the chaos of life. All right, let's dive into the wonderful world of affirmations. Affirmations are like little pep talks we give ourselves to boost our confidence and change our mindset. They're powerful statements that help us reprogram our subconscious mind. You know, that part of our brain that controls our thoughts and beliefs. Now here's the cool part. You get to choose your affirmations. Think of them as your own personal mantras, words that resonate with you and make you feel strong and empowered. Maybe it's something like, I am confident and capable, or I am worthy of love and success. Once you've chosen your affirmations, it's time to put them into action. Take a piece of paper and write them down 10 or 20 times a day. You can even say them out loud while you're writing, as if you truly believe in their power. Now, I know what you're thinking. It might sound a little silly at first, but trust me, the more you practice affirmations, the more they sink into your subconscious mind and become part of your reality. It's like planting seeds in a garden. The more you water them and give them sunlight, the more they grow into beautiful flowers. Similarly, the more you repeat your affirmations and believe in them, the more they blossom into positive beliefs about yourself. And here's the thing, affirmations work best when you say them with enthusiasm and conviction. So, don't be shy. Let your voice be heard. Say your affirmations like you mean it, with passion and energy. Affirmations are like seeds that we plant in the garden of our mind. With consistent watering and nurturing, they grow into beliefs that shape our reality. So, choose your affirmations wisely and watch as they blossom into miracles. All right, let's get those bodies moving. Physical exercise is like magic for our bodies and minds. It's not just about staying healthy, it's also about feeling good inside and out. Now, you might think exercise means running on a treadmill for hours or lifting heavy weights at the gym, but it doesn't have to be like that at all. Exercise can be whatever you want it to be, as long as it gets your heart pumping and your muscles moving. Maybe you love taking a brisk walk around the neighborhood, feeling the sunshine on your face and the breeze in your hair. Or perhaps you prefer dancing around your living room to your favorite tunes, letting go of all your worries and just having fun. And hey, maybe you're more into gentle stretching and yoga, slowly moving your body and feeling the tension melt away. Whatever it is, find what feels good for you and make it a part of your daily routine. Because here's the thing, when we move our bodies, we're not just exercising our muscles, we're also exercising our minds. Physical activity releases all sorts of happy chemicals in our brains, like endorphins and serotonin, that make us feel amazing. Exercise is like a natural mood booster. It can help reduce stress, anxiety, and even depression. So if you're ever feeling down or overwhelmed, just lace up those sneakers and go for a walk, or put on some music and dance like nobody's watching. And here's another cool thing about exercise. It's not just good for your body and mind, it's also good for your soul. When you take the time to move your body and connect with yourself, it's like giving yourself a big ol' hug from the inside out. When we move our bodies, we release tension, stress, and stagnant energy that may be blocking our path to happiness. So don't underestimate the power of a little movement each day. Another powerful tool in your healing arsenal is journaling. Take a few moments each day to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Write down your fears, your dreams, and everything in between. Journaling allows us to gain clarity, process emotions, and uncover limiting beliefs that may be holding us back. So, grab a pen and paper and let your innermost thoughts flow freely. Now, before we wrap up, there's one more thing I really want to talk about, gratitude. Gratitude is like magic. It's this amazing power we all have inside us that can totally change our lives for the better. Think of gratitude as saying thank you to life itself. It's about appreciating all the good things we have, no matter how big or small they might seem. And let me tell you, it's one of the most powerful things you can do. Every day, take a little time to think about all the good stuff in your life. Maybe it's something as simple as having a cozy bed to sleep in at night, or a tasty meal to eat when you're hungry. Or maybe it's something bigger, like having people who love and care about you. Whatever it is, don't take it for granted. Take a moment to really feel grateful for it. And here's the thing, the more you practice gratitude, the more good stuff you'll start to notice. It's like when you buy a new car and suddenly you start seeing that same car everywhere you go. It's not that there are suddenly more cars like yours on the road. It's just that you're paying attention to them now. Gratitude works the same way. When you start looking for the good things in your life, you'll find more and more of them. And here's another cool thing about gratitude. It's contagious. When you're grateful, it makes other people feel good too. It's like you're spreading little bits of happiness wherever you go. So, how can you practice gratitude? Well, there are lots of ways. Some people like to keep a gratitude journal where they write down 3 things they're grateful for every day. Others like to say a little thank you prayer before they go to bed at night. When we focus on the things we already have instead of the things we don't, something wonderful happens. It's like changing the channel on a TV. Instead of seeing scarcity, which means not having enough, we start seeing abundance, which means having plenty. Let me explain. Imagine you have a bowl of fruit in front of you. If you only look at the empty spaces in the bowl, you might feel like you don't have much. But if you take a moment to notice all the delicious fruits already in there, suddenly you realize you're actually quite lucky. It's the same with life. When we stop dwelling on what we lack, like not having the latest gadgets or fancy clothes, and start appreciating what we do have, like a roof over our heads, food on the table, and people who care about us, our whole perspective changes. I hope you'll take these practices to heart and incorporate them into your daily life. Remember, healing is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to the life of your dreams. So, go forth with love, with gratitude, and with the knowing that you are worthy of all the blessings the universe has to offer.